Good morning, Wahconah. Mr. Rob here with your morning announcements. It's Wednesday, October 14th, and it is a remote day for all students. I do want to offer up this reminder. We've told you this before, but I do want to remind you that only our Cohort A students who missed out, as you could say, on your learning opportunities for Monday, you will be making those up this morning in 4 50-minute Zoom sessions with your A, C, E, and G block classes. Only Cohort A will be Zooming with their teachers this morning. Cohort B, you have asynchronous work that you will be working on that your teachers have already assigned to you. I do want to remind everybody that these 4-day weeks or other weeks like this are going to cause these sorts of disruptions, and we will be making plans accordingly and similar to this as a way to keep the learning opportunities as equitable as possible. So tomorrow, we will see our Cohort A students back in school physically here on Thursday, and we will see our Cohort B students again on Friday. The other thing that I wanted to make mention of is that we are now less than 3 weeks away from the end of first quarter. So what that means is on October 30th, your grades for first quarter close. It was a short quarter. It's only going to be 33 days long, unlike the rest of them that will be 40-something days long. So your grades will close on October 30th. Your report cards will come out on November 6th. It's important to understand that if you have not already fallen into some sort of rhythm with balancing your synchronous work, which is now live and in person, and your asynchronous work, which you work on at home upwards of 3 days a week, now's the time to get going. The fact of the matter is that, and the reality is, given the COVID situation, there are moments where you are going to be on your own when it comes to getting this work done. So 2 key things to remember with all of that. Number one, if you haven't already figured out a rhythm in terms of time management, I encourage you to reach out to your teachers or your guidance counselor to work out some sort of plan. We've already given you a recommended schedule to follow that includes getting up and starting your schoolwork at 8 a.m. just like everybody else. But we know that in certain families that may be a struggle, depending on the pressures that those families have. But there's got to be some sort of regular routine that you get yourself into. So talk to your teachers or your guidance counselor about that. The second thing is, if you are behind on work, now is the time, right now, to speak to your teacher about how to rectify that problem. Now, the best way to rectify that problem is to do it in the first place. That's just blunt, honest advice. But if you've had issues that have held you back in getting the work done, you need to be in communication with your teachers about that. You need to do it respectfully. You need to do it proactively. And you need to take advantage of the appointment blocks and the extra help sessions. There's no excuse anymore to not reach out to your teacher if you need help, because you're only going to be physically with them in most cases once a week, aside from your Zoom session. So that's some pretty straightforward, blunt advice, but the reality is that in the world of COVID, in the world of hybrid learning, that is something that you're going to have to do. So I wanted to put that forward. Another bit of good news that we have for you is that we've mentioned before, and our freshmen in particular haven't really probably fully grasped this yet. We have a number of extracurricular activities here at Wahconah, and one of our great clubs is the quiz team. And our quiz team has done very well over the years. Has competed on television on a show called As Schools Match Wits. They've done very well for us and represented our school very well. And they're going to try to get together the quiz team in a virtual setting. So if you like trivia, if you like a little competition, if you like to keep your mind sharp, we encourage you to email either Mr. Therian or Mr. Pegarari, our 2 quiz team advisors, to learn more. Their first practice is going to be Wednesday, October 21st at 2:30, and they will be doing that over Zoom. So that's pretty exciting stuff. We're trying to slowly pull back a little bit of normalcy in spite of all of the COVID and hybrid things that we're dealing with. And we're certainly appreciative that the quiz team is making that effort for us here at Wahconah. So with that, that concludes your announcements. We'll see Cohort A back here on Thursday and Cohort B on Friday. Have a great day.